Today's video is all about money mindset. The other week, I shared my 5x2 financial freedom framework, and I want to dive deeper into the first section of that, which is all about money mindset. I am Tiffany Thomas with WealthyTiffany.com, and I achieved financial freedom and became a millionaire. If you're looking to do one or both of those things, make sure and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, and we're going to dive right in. All right, my 5x2 financial freedom framework has 5 different steps in it, and we are going to talk about just that first step, which is mindset. We're going to talk about believing that we can achieve financial freedom. And then we are going to talk about our why for achieving financial freedom. Money mindset is how we think and feel about money. It drives us to make key financial decisions every single day, and it can have a really big impact on your ability to achieve your financial goals. We need to have the right mindset in order to begin our journey to financial freedom, because it won't be a short one nor an easy one, but it will be worth it. We can be given all of the tactics and the best investments to make, but if we don't have that right mindset, then we are not going to take any action to get to financial freedom. You will actually have to believe that you can become financially free. That is the very first step in our journey, because what you will believe will happen. If you think that you are going to be stuck at a 9-to-5 job for the rest of your life, then you're going to be stuck at a 9-to-5 job the rest of your life. But if you believe that you can become financially free, then you can have the option to work a 9-to-5 job if you want to, or have the option to quit your 9-to-5 job. And once we have that belief that we can achieve financial freedom, we need to take the actions in order to become financially free. There are 4 main ways that I want to talk about so that we can have that right money mindset about becoming financially free. The first way is to find people that have actually become financially free so that you can see examples for yourself and know that it is possible, because they show you it is possible because they have done it. And that way you can see how they have become financially free and take some of the tactics that they have used and apply that into your own life, and even just being inspired by those that have achieved financial freedom. I know that has been a big game changer for me. I love seeing people's stories about how they've become financially free or even how they've become millionaires, because it's really inspiring and motivating to me. That is one of the big things that helped me become financially free and become a millionaire, by seeing others actually doing it and thinking, oh, if they can do it, it is definitely possible for me to do it. And the second way I want to talk about improving our money mindset is by focusing on the positive instead of the negative. And we can do that by practicing positive self-talk with ourselves. We can also be grateful for what we have instead of focusing on what we are lacking. And it can be something really simple, just that we have a bed to sleep in or a roof over our heads. Anything little that you can be grateful for, and if you can think about those things every single day, you are going to start to shift that mindset into a more positive mindset. You can also surround yourself with people that have that positive mindset and that are even smarter than you. I'm sure you've heard the quote, something like, you are the average of the 5 people that you hang out with. So if you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. You want to be around those that are smarter than you and have a more positive outlook than you. By focusing on the positive, it makes a big difference in our lives. I've noticed this definitely in my own life. I try to look for the positive in everything, even in negative situations. I just try to flip it and think, well, maybe there was a certain circumstance that I didn't know about, and at least I can have XYZ if I can't have A, B, C. There's always a way to turn that negative thought into a positive thought. And then the third item I want to talk about is keeping a long-term perspective. I talk about this a lot on my channel because I think it is really important to keep that long-term perspective. And especially on our journey to financial freedom, it is not an overnight process. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme or plan, right? It is going to take a long time to achieve financial freedom. But if that's what we are focusing on, that long term, then we are going to be less discouraged in the short term. But if we constantly just think, oh, I wish it was happening tomorrow, then we're going to be really disappointed constantly. So set your long-term goal, and then of course you can set short-term goals that help you achieve that long-term goal, but try to think of things in the long term. And I talk about this example a lot in the stock market. There are ups and downs, right? The stock market will go down, then it will go up, down, but the trend over time is upward. So try to think about that when you are on your journey to financial freedom, that even though you may have a setback in the short term, you know where you are headed and you will progress along the way. So make sure and set those short-term goals and celebrate those along the way. And then the fourth item I want to talk about regarding our money mindset is to let go of that scarcity money mindset that we might have and replace that with the abundance and growth mindset. This will make a really big difference in a lot of the actions that you take. If we're constantly scared and thinking that we need to hoard all of our money or that there is not enough money for everyone, we are not going to take action on becoming financially free or making those investments that we should be making. And I like this graphic from the Financial Gym. She talks about 4 different things that we can do to change from a scarcity money mindset into an abundance mindset. She talks about taking an inventory. So take a look at everything that you do have. Like we talked about before, what are we grateful for? Do we already have some investments in our 401k? Do we have a home that we are living in? Do we have a roommate that we are collecting rent from, getting cash flow from? Take an inventory of everything that you have right now, and you are going to see a lot of things that you may have forgotten about. And then the second thing is to stop comparing. We don't want to be comparing our journey with someone else's journey. While yes, it is great to look and see how someone else achieved financial freedom and be excited for them, we don't want to be comparing our journey with theirs because everyone's journey is very unique. It's very different. So don't compare when you are seeing someone that has 100,000 in investments already, or they are maybe a year away from financial freedom. That is not your journey. You can be grateful for the progress that you have made and continue to make your own progress. And then the third thing she talks about is focusing on growth. Like I already mentioned, we don't want to be focusing on our lack or just maybe staying stagnant. We want to be focused on growth. We want to grow our investments. We want to grow our knowledge, increase our financial education so that we can become better with money and become financially free. And then the fourth item that she talks about is using affirmations. And I like this one. And it goes back to also thinking positively, like we talked about before. When we are starting to get really negative and think bad thoughts about ourselves and think, oh, why did I get into so much debt? Or I'll never be able to pay off these credit card loans or my auto loan, things like that. It can be very discouraging to continue forward. But if we have some affirmations in place that we can just automatically go to, and it can be just something as simple as, I am great with my money, right? We might not be perfect with our money, but we are great with our money and we can continue to make improvements. Or just thinking an abundance is coming my way, or money flows to me easily. Whatever resonates with you, come up with some really positive affirmations. And that way, when you are discouraged, you can go immediately to those affirmations and repeat them, let them soak in. And let's talk about the next part, the next section of the mindset topic in my framework. And this part is the why is it you want to become financially free? People lose their way when they lose their why. So we want to understand why we want financial freedom. And this will also help motivate us on our path to becoming financially free. We need that reason to continue on our journey. And we can even create a why statement so that we can reflect on this when we do get discouraged or when hard times come up. And I just put a few things on here. So just take what resonates with you and create your own why statement. Maybe you want to become financially free because you want to spend more time with your family. I love spending time with my little niece and nephew. I recently went to my niece's dance recital and it was so much fun to see her up on the stage. And I was so glad that I could go. Or maybe you don't want to have to ask for a day off from work, or just live around someone else's schedule. Maybe you want to build your own dream instead of building someone else's dream. And I discovered that when I was working my 9 to 5. I was building up someone else's dream, which was fine for a while, but I started to think, what is really important to me? What is my dream? What do I want to share with people? And I ended up starting my own business so that I could share things about personal finance with you guys. Or maybe you just want to travel more. You want to have money in the bank to travel to Italy or Israel or Hawaii, wherever it is. Or maybe it is as simple as not having to worry about money, just knowing that you will have enough. And just to give you a few more, maybe it is to be an inspiration to someone or be an example to someone that is important to you. Or not having to say no because of money. Or maybe you have a huge heart and you want the ability to give to other people. So think about different whys that you want to achieve financial freedom. So comment below and tell me, what is your favorite why for achieving financial freedom? This is a little more in depth about the money mindset, about achieving financial freedom. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to hear this information, and hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And if you want to see even more content from me, make sure and check out the videos on the side of the screen. And if you want to get 2 free stocks, Webull is doing a promotion. If you click my referral link below in the description, you can get 2 free stocks when you deposit at least $100. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.